You know, Congress is full of men, but most of them are kind of drab and dreary. So when my staff and I visit Alaska, we find a bunch of men who know how to do more than just talk. Women of the House, next on Lifetime.
Yes, whatever.
Ooh, did some of us get up on the wrong side of the bed this morning?
Oh, Miss Hollingsworth had a conjugal visit that went south.
Thank you, Veda. Why don't you wake the town and tell the people?
What happened?
Oh, nothing. So I went to visit Ed, or Congressman Sharkey, as I now prefer to call him. And
Velma, don't you have some work to do?
Oh, yes, I do, but see, I was hoping to learn and grow and gain wisdom from all of your experiences.
I don't think so.
look it up. Anyway, you know, I always thought of Ed as a sort of larger-than-life, take-charge kind of guy. I mean, he was one of the most powerful movers and shakers on the House Ways and Means Committee. But now that he's in prison, he gets upset if the candy machine runs out of juju bees. He's just so whiny. I have never noticed that before. First, he sulks because I brought him the wrong golf clubs. Then, the stakes have too much marble, the staff is rude, and the other inmates are hogging the New Yorker.
Gosh, that must be awful for him. I hope he doesn't decide to go over the hedge.
And, of course, he hates my haircut.
Well, all I can say is if he likes that little bunny of yours, you're better off without him because, trust me, he was not your friend.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm just getting real tired of this whole man thing. I mean, everywhere you go, women are complaining about men. First of all, there aren't enough to go around, and then the ones that aren't married are all jerks. Take me, for example. The only other date I've had, besides last weekend, was a couple of gay guys took me to dinner and asked me if I would incubate their baby for them.
No, it's true. I know at least a dozen lovely, intelligent, well-spoken women, and there is absolutely no one for them to date.
I think single women should just give up. We could form a nation of none. We don't talk to men, we don't look at men, and on Saturday nights, there's no mystery. We know for sure we'll be playing bingo. Bingo? All right, help the wretched, the huddled, I don't care. The point is, there wouldn't be anything to worry about anymore, because it would all be settled, as in, no, you're not getting any man, not now, not ever. So why don't you just put your little bean on G26 and shut the hell up?
Cannot believe it, Natty. You just sat right there and let me get suckered into that.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know Representative Gerard would get sick. And you are the lowest-ranking member on the committee.
I don't care what my rank is. I don't have time to go traipsing off to Alaska to investigate the spawning habits of a bunch of stupid fish. Okay? I mean, what is there to investigate anyway? For the reports I've read, they're a lot better at mating than anybody in this office, and I think we should just leave them the hell alone.
Alaska, are you serious? You two are going to Alaska? Don't laugh, so are you.
Gerard had tickets for 2 staffers.
Where in Alaska? When?
Juneau, tomorrow.
Oh, get out of here. You're making this up.
You're going to think making it up when that 80 degrees below zero wind chill factor flies up your skirt.
Oh, and by the way, the only other group that's going is Kay Daly Bickerson's.
Oh.
So we really have to be on our toes.
Excuse me, but I just have to say this was so cool. I mean, this is like it was meant to be.
What are you talking about?
Alaska is where all the great men are. Haven't you seen those stories on TV about how all these women are going up to Alaska now because it's just teeming with all these incredible lumberjack Tom Cruises?
I saw that, Beta. Those weren't real men. Those were wooden decoys.
Okay, I put your bags in the bedroom, and I'll draw these curtains for you. Your room has a view.
Oh.
And if you stay till summer, you'll actually get to see it.
That's all right. We're just here to work. Thanks, Eric.
My pleasure. Call if you need anything.
Oh. Hey, maybe what Beta said is true. That Eric was very attractive, not that I care. But I love a man in a soft flannel shirt. Don't you all? Even though he could afford to open just one more button, not that I care.
Well, actually, since you asked, I've always preferred my bellman to wear that little monkey hat with the chin strap.
Well, we're certainly pleasant.
I'm sorry. I'm tired, I'm cold, I'm hungry, and I'm the one who had to sit on a plane for 9 hours listening to that Kay Daly what's-her-face flapperjaws about the new moral revolution in this country. But all I wanted to do was watch Forrest Gump. But you kept interrupting. So now I know life is like a box of something. I just don't know what. And anyway, what's the deal with all those damn wet naps she keeps using? I mean, she had the era we were sitting so clean, I thought she was going to perform surgery.
Yes, we know, Suzanne. We heard that story.
I'm sorry, Nettie. I didn't mean to bore you. I forgot that I already told that on the dog sled coming in.
Look, I'm not any happier about being here than you are, but we are here, so we might as well make the best of it.
Listen, I think we should just go downstairs, get some grub, and come back up to the room and bone up for tomorrow's tour of the fish processing plant. We don't want Kay Daly's group to be better informed than we are.
Oh, great.
Now what's the problem?
The pipes are frozen. I was really looking forward to a nice hot soak.
Well, not to worry. Kay Daly gave me some of her extra wet naps. We should ask Kay and her staff to join us. She keeps staring over here.
Well, of course she's staring. Smell like a giant wet nap. She's picked up my scent. How am I going to have to dance with her?
You know, I hate to bring this up because I know we're not interested in men anymore, but does it seem to you all that there's just an incredibly overwhelming number of attractive men in here?
Yes.
But fortunately, we have sworn off men, so we don't even have to concern ourselves with the possibilities, which I personally find very freeing. Although I must say, that guy in a leather jacket is one of the finest-looking human beings, male or female, I have seen since the day I was born.
There are probably male models up here on a fashion shoot. Don't look, or they might ask us to incubate their babies. I think they're coming over here. You believe this? If we were interested in men, there's no way that this would happen, you know?
Hello? And you are?
Steve Bristow.
Hi, Steve. I'm Natalie Hollingsworth. And these are my friends, Sissy Emerson, of course, and Congresswoman Suzanne Sugarbaker.
How are you?
Never better. Listen, some of my buddies and I were wondering if y'all would care to join us. But, of course, if you're busy here, we don't want to butt in.
No. It's not that we're busy. It's just that, well, we're not... I mean, it's... What are we?
Well, I think what she's trying to say, Steve, is that, well, we've sort of formed a pact. I mean, it's just, well, it's not really a pact. It's more like a, well, it's a bingo.
Crying out loud. They're not asking us to marry them. They just want to have dinner with us. Just get your purses and let's go, okay?
I mean, we had absolutely no money. But the good thing about living in Alaska is that everyone's car is almost always completely covered with snow, which makes it a lot easier to claim you're driving a Porsche.
But you know, back in the 70s, when we all first moved up here, there were, really, almost no women.
That's right. There was a time when our only requirement for a date was that she have hair.
But I would hasten to add that obviously our standards have risen over the years.
Well, what are you guys doing up here anyway? I mean, it's so cold. Are you hiding out from the FBI or something?
Hey, buddy, she's on to you. Gil here should be arrested because he owns the whole town and he paid practically nothing for it.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, isn't that nice?
And this fella here was touring on steel guitar with Chris Christopherson and decided to stay.
It was cheaper than paying for the damage to the hotel room.
Really? Chris Christopherson?
And what about you, Rick? How did you get here?
My story's really boring. I was born here.
That was really boring.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we take the Bentley up to Glacier Park and show them a real sunrise?
No, you're speaking, of course, of the snow-covered Bentley.
Of course. It's the only kind we drive.
So, what time's the sunrise around here?
In a couple hours. But for you, we can make it happen earlier.
Okay. Thank you. Good night.
That was certainly different.
Yes, it certainly was. I can't believe it's 6 a.m.
So, what did you think, Suzanne? I mean, do you think they were nice?
Oh, yes, very nice. Very nice. Of course, men are always nice to me.
Oh, well, sure. I mean, I just meant, you know, it's nice to meet a rugged, charming group of men who are also gentlemen.
Yes, it's a nice little antidote to living in Washington. We have to come up here every year and visit them.
Oh, that'd be a good idea. We could become pen pals.
Oh, pen pals, hell, I am in love.
Oh, thank goodness you admit it. I thought I was the only one.
Oh, I mean, I know this is ridiculous because I've only known Steve for one night, but am I crazy? Or is he the most masculine, funny, smart, sexy, rugged man you have ever laid eyes on?
Oh, he is adorable. And can you believe that Rick helped put all six of his brothers through college? He reads Thoreau and The Far Side. He built his own house with his bare hands. And at Christmas time, his entire family gets in this caravan of horse-drawn sleighs and delivers all their Christmas presents. I mean, I am an only child. My parents are divorced. My mother doesn't even forward my father's tax statement. If I married Rick, we'd be like the Mandrells or the Osmonds. We could have our own Christmas special. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what's the matter with me. What am I talking about? I've only had one date with him. I guess the lack of oxygen up here is getting to my brain.
Well, I know I just sound like some crazy adolescent teenager, but I never knew men like this existed, except in fairy tales and beer commercials. I just love those lumberjack shirts and those big masculine hands around your waist. And he has the soul of a musician. Can you believe I'm dating the backup guitarist for Chris Christopherson? In high school, I was president of the math club and first flute. And now, someone who has had thousands of groupies in trashed hotel rooms around the world likes me.
Listen, we've got to put the brakes on here. This is ridiculous. We don't even know how these guys really feel.
I know how mine feels.
Told you? What did he say?
Well, he said he knows you could never have a real shot at a woman like me, but that it would be an honor just to hold me.
That's so incredibly sweet and rugged, too.
So what did you say?
Oh, well, I told him he was right. It would be an honor.
Oh, Suzanne, that's a little conceited. Oh, I hope Steve didn't hear that. That could reflect badly on all of us.
I'm sorry, Nettie, but when you like somebody, you're supposed to play hard to get.
Aha, so you do like him.
This is unbelievable. I mean, here, Emerson and I have never even been married. You haven't had a date since your husband died. We come here for one night and fall in love with the three best men left on earth. It's a miracle.
The house on Lifetime, television for women.
Hey, you, come here.
Oh, you know, I have to admit, that was kind of fun. I never slow danced on a glacier before.
Yeah? Well, stick around. There's plenty more where that one came from.
Can I see tomorrow?
Tomorrow? What's tomorrow?
It's our 4-day anniversary.
Oh, gee, and I didn't get you anything.
That's okay. All I want to do is start right here. And end up at the back of your neck. Would that be possible?
Why not? Hey, take the scenic route if you like.
Well, thank you for another wonderful evening. You know, I've never heard it had to be you on the steel guitar before.
Don't usually play it for anybody unless I really mean it. Especially that part about nobody else giving me a thrill.
It's my favorite part, too.
Well, there you go. Now we have to get married.
And then he said, well, there you go. Now we have to get married.
Oh, man. This whole thing is just getting way out of hand, you know? I mean, Rick can't keep his hands off me either. And he keeps making these little jokes about getting married. I mean, can you believe it? I feel like we're starring in 7 Brides for 7 Brothers.
Well, that's nothing. Gil gave me a ring tonight.
You're kidding.
Oh, my gosh, that is beautiful. He said he just wants me to have it. Doesn't matter whatever happens between the two of us.
Well, are you going to keep it?
Well, I have no choice. I have a policy that all jewelry is non-returnable. Now, where's that damn jewelry room?
Are you kidding? Do you travel with a jeweler's loop?
Of course. Doesn't everybody?
Let me get this straight. Are you really serious about this guy?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I like him a lot, but he does live in Alaska.
Oh, so what? I mean, who cares if it's the end of the earth? Evidently, that's where you have to go to find men like these, and I, for one, am not leaving.
Really?
That's right. I tell you, I am ready. I mean, I have never been so happy or felt so free in my whole life.
Oh, are you sleeping with us again?
Well, I guess so. I'm not sleeping in there listening to that damn radiator click all night.
No, I think that we should just cast caution to the wind and do it. Look, we could all live on the same cul-de-sac. We could ride on snowmobiles with our arms wrapped around our men and our babies on our backs. We could have winter carnival and invite all our friends down from Washington to come and see how gloriously happy we are.
Listen, I'm not riding around in a snowmobile with any baby strapped to my back. I have my own child and my brother Jim to take care of.
Oh, they would love it here.
Oh, what would they do?
I don't know. They could open a gap. All I know is that no one has ever kissed me the way Steve kisses me. It's just so rugged.
So, how's that rookie? How's he kiss?
His name is Rick. And his kisses are very sweet. And very gentle. With a little bit of forever in them. I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from.
You know, I just want to tell you guys something. Something I've never said at work before. I love you. And I just want you to know I'm so happy that we've all found this happiness together.
Well, we're so happy you're happy. Good night.
He touched me. He put his hand in mine, and then he touched me.
Okay, that's enough for me. I'd rather listen to that damn radiator clank than this.
He touched me. He touched me.
All right, I'm right behind you.
And suddenly, nothing is the...
Just have a seat, Kay. I'll be right out.
Oh, I know. I've been thinking about you, too. Oh, that would be so much fun, but it's going to be cold. Well, yes, I like to snuggle. Yes, I like being all warm and cuddly. I guess I'll just have to wear my warm fuzzy sweater. You know, I have to go. Yeah, okay, I'll see you later. Bye. I'm sorry. That was an ill child who's a friend of mine.
Excuse me. Oh, sorry, Kay. I didn't mean to interrupt. I got a real big problem in the bathroom right now.
Oh, my goodness. Do you need a wet nap?
No, thank you, Kay. This is a little bit bigger than a wet nap.
Can I speak to you? Please, sure. Excuse me.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Feel free to scrub the room if you like.
What's the matter? I just found my jeweler's loop. So, this ring is 24-karat cubic zirconium.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. What do I look like, an amateur?
So the richest guy in town is giving away fake jewelry.
And it's been my experience that if the ring is fake, then the man is fake, and everything about him, including his friends.
So what are we going to do?
Well, I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to stick to my standard policy,
Which is?
all defective merchandise must be returned. So let me just say, Gil, since you were so eager to get your hands in the old proverbial cookie jar, there are all sorts of ways to trade for goods in this world, and there are all kinds of rules governing such trade. But in Suzanne's market, there's only one rule. We do not exchange cookies for cubic zirconium.
I am sorry, but I just do not understand who you guys thought you were dealing with here. And you were going to kiss the palm of my hand and end up at the back of my neck? I just thank goodness that I didn't let you take the long way home.
Yeah, that goes double ditto for me, too.
admit, I gave you a fake ring. But that's because no matter how rich I am, I just can't afford to be giving any more real ones until I know what your intentions are.
Do you know how many times this guy's been burned? The rest of us, too, for that matter.
Yeah, you women come up here in your big tour groups, and you just can't wait to get your hands on us. It's like we're your boy toys for the week. But then when things get serious, I mean, they really love you, but they couldn't possibly live up here because it's just too cold.
And there's just no place to shop or to get your hair done. And what would I do without cable?
But they had a wonderful, wonderful time, and they'll never, ever forget you.
This has just been a big lark for you, but we live here. This is our home.
Would you excuse us, please?
What?
Huddle.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think it's a really good story.
Isn't it, though? I think it's entirely plausible.
It had to be you.
Oh, they're good. No doubt about it.
It had to be you.
Maybe the best I've ever come across.
I've wandered around.
You know, they're right. We weren't really going to live up here.
Oh, I was. Maybe I was. All right, so maybe we weren't being entirely honest with them, but how do we know they're being honest with us now?
We don't. It doesn't really matter. They showed us a hell of a good time. And they renewed our faith in romance. Isn't that enough?
Thinking of you.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Some others I've seen might never be me. Might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do.
You want to dance?
Nobody else.
I just want you to know that in spite of y'all not trusting us, that we decided to give you girls the benefit of the doubt. You know, we don't even know if you're really on the level. And heck, I don't even know if you're a congresswoman. You don't act like any congresswoman I've ever seen.
Well, I just want you to know, I don't care if you're male models up here on a fashion shoot or serial murders from America's Most Wanted. I want that ring replaced.
Everybody.
It had to be you, wonderful you.